Hi everybody, my name is Kristen Olson and I'm a mental health peer support worker at Flourish Australia. I support people with complex mental health issues as well as have my own lived experience of a mental health issue. Because of my own lived experience, I am able to offer a unique and valuable perspective to those that I support. What I have learned about myself and the world around me through my experiences has allowed me to create a meaningful and hopeful life. And I wholeheartedly believe that those that I support are capable and worthy of building lives that are also filled with meaning and hope, but in a way that honors their own story. A significant part of the peer work role is being able to offer a space that is conducive to people discovering their own strengths and actualizing self-empowerment. Myself and everyone else within the peer workforce have a particular vigilance for opportunities to promote empowerment. I feel a sense of responsibility to speak about why it is so important to promote the concept of self-empowerment. Something I often refer to when offering support is the model of doing with rather than doing for. This is terminology that my colleagues and I refer to nearly every single day. It is essential that the support we provide is working toward building capacity. To do for would demonstrate you are not capable of doing this, let me do it for you. While doing with highlights that person's ability to do challenging things for themselves, but with an appropriate amount of support. A peer worker takes this model one step further and is able to say, you're incredibly capable of overcoming difficult things. I'm here to support you through that process because I've been there and I know that recovery is possible. This can be done in many different ways. This could look like a peer worker drawing on their own experiences and shared emotions, and in turn being able to offer a unique sense of empathy that is appropriate to the situation. Or perhaps it could be saying, hey, here are some strategies that have worked for me. Would you be interested in learning about those? While I don't necessarily share the same stories or diagnoses with the people that I support, I don't need to advocate for them in their own recovery journey. Instead, I can reflect on my own and appreciate the people that supported me through mine, who did with instead of did for, and integrate that sense of empowerment into the way that I support others. The World Health Organization defines empowerment as a multi-dimensional social process through which individuals and groups gain better understanding and control over their lives. At the individual level, empowerment is an important element of human development. It is the process of taking control and responsibility for actions that have the intent and potential to lead to fulfillment of capacity. The empowerment process means overcoming a state of powerlessness and gaining control of one's life. The process starts with individually defined needs and ambitions and focuses on the development of capacities and resources that support it. The empowerment of individuals is intended to help them adopt self-determination and autonomy. How I've come to interpret this is that the process of self-empowerment continually refers back to three things: voice, choice, and decision-making. Many of these have been aspects of life that have historically been taken away from people with mental health issues. Stigma, discrimination, and other numerous barriers that are present in all societies have contributed to an internalized sense of disempowerment. Therefore, empowerment must become a primary focal point of support. A lot of work must be done to overcome what may have become internalized feelings of helplessness, inability to make decisions, or the right to have a voice. These core beliefs may need to be challenged in order to progress toward empowerment. And being someone who is now involved in other people's recovery journeys, I can advocate for the importance of the process where a person builds their capacity so that they can learn to do things for themselves, so that they can rely on their own choices to create a meaningful life. Another significant expectation of the peer work role is to model recovery and to model hope. To model recovery is to live an actualized version of the ideas and values behind recovery. To model hope is to ignite the belief that it is possible. One of the most valuable and precious gifts that a person can offer another is the spark of hope. It is to say, I truly believe you can do this. Employing peer workers demonstrates a commitment to the belief that recovery is possible. It assigns value to lived experience and is an evidence-based support model. It is a testament to the phrase, leading by example, which ensures that support is being offered from a place of understanding and wholehearted involvement rather than judgment. However, it is not the peer worker's job to become the source of a person's hope, nor the expert of their recovery. The peer workforce is incredibly powerful and foundational to the industry of mental health care, as it serves to emphasize the importance of a person-centered focus over any other framework. A peer worker is there to model and ignite hope, but from there, the next steps need to be to support that person to learn how to maintain hope in a way that honors their own personal story. Hope looks different to each person. Therefore, it is essential that a person finds hope in a way that makes sense to them. It is not my job to empower others, but rather to sow the seed of self-empowerment so that a person can maintain agency in their journey. It doesn't do anyone any favors to do for, as this enables a limiting mindset. The most effective way to promote recovery is to highlight that person's sense of responsibility and capability. This is done through support around dignified risk-taking, informed decision-making, and encouragement to actively participate in anything involving them. One of the elements that initially attracted me to Flourish was the active peer workforce. So when I learned that it was a priority for them to have people with a lived experience employed at every level of management, I thought, this makes so much sense. What this says about an organization is that they deeply hold the belief that lived experience is valuable. It shows that they believe they will lead better and advocate better by utilizing lived experience. It shows that they understand they have a lot to learn from those who have lived recovery. That people who have overcome adversity need to be a part of the decision-making process. When peer workers are integrated into service delivery, there is a reduction in stigma and a strong promotion of hope. I believe that peer work is foundational to bridging the gap between the clinical and community, as it ensures the voices of those who have been silenced and stigmatized are now loud. To truly balance the system is to gather a complete team around a person that is committed to their recovery, including those who know recovery best by having lived it. I feel incredibly honored to have a platform to share my voice today, to not only represent my wonderful organization, but the greater peer workforce. I feel fortunate to be able to serve as an advocate for many. I'm grateful for the people who have supported me through my journey, but now I want to pass on that sense of self-empowerment to others through their journey. Thank you.